Hi everyone, welcome to my digital marketing tutorial channel. And this is a channel where I teach people how to run digital marketing campaign on various platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google Ads. And today I'm going to talk about Facebook ad, how to set up Facebook ad from scratch to finish. The reason why Facebook ad is important is because Facebook ad is a very important tool that is used to connect with customers. And in order for you to be able to be profitable with Facebook, you need to first learn how to run successful Facebook ad. That this is the only way you can guarantee success or guarantee that your campaign will be successful. And with no further ado, I let's dive into it. So now, before we start, I'm just going to get to all right. So now I've just signed into my Facebook account. If you want to get started, first thing you need to sign into your Facebook. As you can see, I just got in my Facebook. Let me draw this here so you can see this here. And so now I'm on my Facebook, and you can see I'm right here in home. And on this section of the dashboard, you see Ads Manager. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click here to get to Ad Manager. That is where we're going to get the ad set up. All right. So I'm just going to wait for this to load up. All right, so this is taking a while to load. I'm not really sure what's going on, but yeah, I'm just going to wait for a bit to wait for it to load up so that we can move on to the other aspect of this training. And here okay, this is really, really slow. All right, so yeah, this is the Facebook Ads Manager. And if you only have one ad manager attached to your profile, you'll be taken to your personal Facebook Ads Manager, which is where I'm at right now. But for me, I manage several other Facebook Ads manager accounts for other clients, even for some of for other businesses I own as well. So, but today, just for the sake of testing, we're just going to focus on my personal Facebook ad manager. I'm going to use this to show you how to set up your ads on Facebook. So when you're setting up your ads, the first thing you want to decide, the first thing, important points of view, the important fact to check before you proceed is what is your goal? What do you want to achieve? Do you want to send traffic to your website? Do you want to generate leads? Do you want to have people watch your videos? And do you want to start a conversation on WhatsApp or on Facebook Messenger or on Instagram direct message? So first of all, you have to know your goal. But for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to be focusing on a traffic campaign. This is a campaign which objective is to send people to a landing page where they have to see the website. So we're sending traffic to the website. Okay. So this is what we're doing in this case. So to start creating our ad, the first thing we need to do is to go to this plus create icon, this green button. I'm going to click on this, and when I do, it's going to load up, and I'm going to have more questions. So now it's telling me create new campaign, new ad set or ads. So I'm just going to start up and create a new campaign from scratch. And since I want to send people to my website, I have a couple of objectives I can actually choose, but what I want to do is I want to choose the most relevant objective to what I want to achieve. I want people to leave Facebook and land on my website. This is what I want. This is the goal I've set for my campaign. So I'm going to choose a traffic campaign, and after choosing this option, and I'm going to proceed to continue. I'm just going to give this some time to load. The internet is usually very slow at this time. I'm not really sure what's happening. Yes, but the page is loading up. Okay. So now the first thing I'm going to do after this dashboard is loaded, I'm going to give my campaign a name. So for the sake of this, I'm going to call this test traffic campaign. Test traffic campaign. All right, so this is my ad. So there's a special ad categories. I'm going to leave the session. I'm not running special ad, but if you are, you might want to look at this. If you're running ads for credit, employment, housing, or social issues, you might want to let Facebook know that your ad is in a special category. Otherwise, you'll be violating some Facebook ad policies. So the next session is the campaign details, and I'm just going to leave that as that. Buying type as auction, campaign objective as traffic, and there's this A/B testing session. This is where you want to test two sets of images or add text, or maybe two audiences, or pretty much anything you can do A/B testing on, depending on what you're trying to achieve or your research. All right, so for the sake of this video, this tutorial, we're going to be skipping that. I'm not looking to split test any variable. I'm just going to go proceed with my campaign. And the next part is Advantage campaign budget. So this is a test campaign. We're only going to be creating one ad set. So assuming we have two ad sets, then we'll be able to use Advantage campaign budget, which I think is a very, very good option, because what this does is when you have two ad sets, and you set your Advantage campaign on, what will happen is Facebook will allocate more budget to the top performing ad set amongst the ad sets you have within your campaign. So this is a great way for you to be able to reduce your spending and increase your return on investment. All right. So the next thing I want to do, I'm satisfied with this session, with the campaign session. I'm going to move over to the ad set level, and I'm going to do that by clicking this next button beside on this side. So next, here we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, yeah, that's loading up. All right, so now right now I'm in the ad set level. The first thing I want to do is I want to name my ad sets. So I'm just going to name it test campaign ad sets. All right. So this is just for example. You can name your campaign, your ad set, your ad with anything you think you can remember. This is not going to show to everyone. All right. So I'm just going to leave it as test ad set, and then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Now, so the conversion settings, they want to know where do I want conversion to happen when people click on my ad. And for me, I have a couple of options here. I have the option to send people to my website and to send them to my mobile app, to Facebook Messenger, to WhatsApp, and to make them call my business and make inquiry. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on the website option here, because I want people to see my ad on Facebook and be sent to my website, because that's where I want to convert. I want them to see what's on my website, and that's what I want to do. All right, so now I've checked that, and dynamic creative, I'm just going to leave that as off. And here's one important part of our Facebook ad that people really miss at the ad set level, is optimization and delivery. So I want to set, let's look at the options we have. First of all, we have a landing page views. This is when people click from your ad and go straight to your website. This means they have to get to your website. This is the only time when Facebook will charge you for this ad. And the next one will be link clicks. This is when people click on your ad. It doesn't really matter whether they get to your website or not, they were interrupted. You're going to pay for that click, all right? So that's not a good option for me right now. And daily unique reach. So this means I'm just paying Facebook to send my ad to to make my ad reach as many people as possible. That's not really what I want. And the last one is impressions. It means you're paying for impressions. You're paying for people every time your ad is shown on Facebook. So for the sake of this, the goal I have in mind going into this campaign, I want people to visit my website, and I just don't want people to click to my website. I want them to actually visit my website. So I'm going to choose the landing page view options, landing page view option, right? So cost per result, I'm going to leave that as nothing. I'm just going to scroll up and won't bother myself on that. So for the targeting, this is the audience. You have a couple of options. You can actually create an audience from scratch by going into data targeting based on demographics and interest or behavior, or you can set up custom audience where you can actually use to target people who have visited your website. But in order for you to set up custom audiences, you need to have Pixel installer on your website. We haven't done that for this ad manager, and it's not really tied to any page. So this is just a tutorial video just to show you how to get this set up. But for now, we don't have custom audience. What we're going to do is we're going to use data targeting audience. And let's say I want my ad to reach people in Lagos, people in Nigeria. Okay, let's just look Nigeria, people in Nigeria. So I'm going to enter that. So, all right, Nigeria is already here. All right. So assuming I also want people in the US to see my ad, I'm just going to include that country, United States. Yeah, but this is really not a good idea when you're running ads for multiple countries. It's better you segment your targeting by ad set. So you have one ad set targeting people in Nigeria, you have one ad set targeting people in the US. I think that will be better. But for the sake of our tutorial, I changed my mind. I'm going to target people that are based in Lagos, Nigeria. So I'll cancel the Nigeria and I'm going to search for Lagos right here. So this is Lagos, Nigeria city. Okay, I think I like this. So now this is the location I'm targeting, and my audience size is 7.6 to 9 million people. These are the number of people that fall into this location I'm trying to target. So I'm going to narrow down my audience more because the good thing about the Facebook ad is you can actually target the specific audience you want to see your ad. So now my ad is for, I want my ad to reach people between the ages of uh, 25, 25 to 50. Right. This is because the product I'm selling is actually a service. I'm selling digital marketing training. So my audience is typically within this age range. So not to say they might not be younger or older than this, but normally these are the people. This is the age range that my target audience usually fall under. So I'm just going to stick to this. I want my ad to show to people in Lagos between the ages of 25 to 50. All right, so you can see my audience size has shrunk a little bit. So I'm having 4.7 million to 5.5 million people. So this is the estimated audience size. So now, as for gender, I'm going to leave my gender as all gender. I don't care. My product, my trainings is not just for a particular gender. It's open to everyone. So all genders would see my ad when my ad starts running. So the next part I want to do is now I'm going to look at detailed targeting. I want to target people who will be interested in digital marketing training. And from my audience personnel, I know most of them will be entrepreneurs and people who are looking to make money online. And then some of them will be fresh graduates. So how do I find them? So for this ad set, I'm going to focus on targeting entrepreneurs. So I'm going to do that by looking at interest, things that will interest people who are entrepreneurs, right? So first of all, they have to be interested in entrepreneurship. So I'm sure I can find that as an interest, entrepreneurship, business and finance. Yes. So yeah. So now I've gotten this audience and you can see my audience definition is changing now. I've narrowed down my audience to 2 million to 2.4, but I'm still not done because this is quite a broad interest. A lot of these people might not really, there'll be, my target audience is here, but there'll be some people that don't really fit into the specific target audience I'm looking to target. So I'm going to narrow down. So I'm going to ask Facebook for suggestion, right? So I'm going to click on suggestion, then small business owners. This is behavior. So I'm going to click that behavior, and I'm going to look for something small business and finance interest. I'm going to pick that. So people who have job titles as owners and CEO, I'm taking that. So owner of a business or CEO is actually an entrepreneur, so they fall into the target group I'm looking at. So one thing about Facebook is the title. Job titles are not really the most effective criteria on Facebook, especially in the Nigerian audience market segment, because a lot of people have fake job description on their Facebook page. That does not really mean that is what they are into. So I want to look for something more concrete. So I'm going to focus more on the interest side to center around people who would want to develop themselves. Like I'm saying, there's sole proprietorship and it's an interest. I think I like this. I'm going to pick it. And one more thing that people, entrepreneurs have on Facebook, most of them have Facebook page. They are admins of their own business Facebook page. So I'm going to look for people who are admin. All right, so I thought I saw that suggestion right back. Let me check again. Okay, okay. All right, so I'm just going to search Facebook page admin. All right. All right, business page admins. All right. I think this is more effective, right? So I'm going to click on this, and let's look at my audience. My audience size is 2.3 to 2.7 million people. This is the number of people that my ad would potentially serve to. All right, and my estimated daily result will be 7,700 to 20,000 people, which my ads are going to reach, and I'm expected to get to the 7 to 107 people who would land on my page and view the content on my page. All right, so for the sake of this tutorial, we're not going to dive deep into targeting, detailed targeting, but I'm going to be making a video on how you can effectively target your target audience on Facebook. Just know who you're targeting and know how to pull them out on Facebook, and your ads will reach those people. All right, so for that, I'm going to leave the audience, the targeting at that. So the next thing you want to look is advanced placement. Placements. So I'm going to look at Advantage Plus placement because I want my ad to be on everywhere on Facebook and Facebook partner networks. All right. So if I was to choose manual placement, that means I would have to tell Facebook the specific locations where I want my ads to be shown. It might be the newsfeed. All right. Let's explore that for a bit so I can show you what we can do with that. So I'm going to click on manual placement. So and it's going to ask me all devices. It's showing all devices. This means if I want my ad to show on mobile devices only, I have the option to choose it from this session. And if I want it to show on desktop, I can also do that. But I want it to show on both mobile and desktop. And now I can select to have my ad show only on Facebook and only on Instagram, but no messenger, no audience network. You know what? Let's say I want my Facebook to show only on Instagram, so I'll just remove Facebook. All right. So yeah, this is what manual placements can actually do. This is just an example. It all depends on what you want to do with your campaign. See, the thing about Facebook ad that really marvel me a lot is the advantages it gives you in targeting, in reaching, the flexibility, who you want to reach, where you want to reach them, how you want to reach them. That's just really amazing, right? So I'm just going to go back to Advantage Plus placement. Oh, you can see because I'm choosing manual placement and I'm targeting people in Instagram, my audience size has dropped down significantly because I'm reaching on people on Instagram with this targeting criteria. So the number will definitely drop. All right, let's go back to Advantage. I want this ad to show on every platform as possible. That any platform that this ad is compatible with, I want my ad to show here. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next one. So let's move on to the ad level. Waiting for this to load. All right, so now So first thing I want to do here when we get to this page, I want to give my ad a name. So I'm just going to leave it at test ad. All right, so this is no longer text ad set, it's not test ad. So I'm going to be testing. So, and I have the identity. This is where I have to select the page I'm going to be running my ads. So I want this ad to run from my page. So I'm going to look at all the pages I have. I have a couple of them. So I want them to run from Alpha Geeks Digital. So I'm going to choose this option, and then also I'm going to choose the Instagram option. I want it to show on Instagram with this Instagram page. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the ad setup here. So I'm going to begin to create my ad to see how my ad will look. I can simply create my ad or use an existing post I have already, or I can use Creative Up Mockup to come up with ideas on the best creative to use for my ad, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick with the good old create ads option here. So I'm just going to leave that, and then create creative source, and it has to be manual. We don't have catalog. That would be for e-commerce, and you have to set up your commerce manager. So we are not doing that. We're just sending traffic to a website for conversion. All right. So the ad format can be single image or video or carousel or collection. So in my experience, sending traffic to a website, I always rely on single image or single video. I think they work perfectly. So I'm just going to leave that option. This is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to also use standard enhancement as moved. Yeah. So I want to enhance my ads, right, to give it the best features that Facebook can control depending on who is seeing this ad. So now I'm going to move to the next part. The next section is ad creative. This is where I'm going to select the images. I'm going to select the images of the photo I'm going to use for my ad or the video. And this primary text is where the message I'm going to use with my ad. So let's dive into this. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to choose a random image just to show you how this works. All right. All right. Okay. So now I have a few images I've used to run ads in the past, and I see some of them here. I'm just going to choose. I'm going to choose this one, and just for the sake of this tutorial video, so you get the idea. But if I don't have one, oh, let me go back. Let me go back again. There's something I wanted to show. All right. I'm going to delete this and start over again. All right. So I'm going to add media and then add image. Now, if the image I want to use to run my ad is not here, I can simply use the upload button and search for the image on my computer. But note, if you're going to upload an image for ad, you need to make sure that the format is 600 pixel by 600 pixel, and that's the best format for Facebook ads if you run an ad on both Facebook and Instagram. So I'm just going to select this image now, so we can move back to our ad creation. So now this is how the ad is going to look on different placements. So on the news feed, it looks very okay. I like it. Nothing is being caught out. But on the story reels, it doesn't really look good. The recommended version, I'm seeing the write-up is cut out, and that's not really good. So I have two options. I can either use the original, yeah, and then I'm going to have this one in here which I'm going to ignore, or I can decide to change the image altogether and get an image that fit this dimension, the dimension of reels. Okay, so I can do that by replacing this, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to move with that. But my point is here, when you get to this point, you need to check your ad images to see how they fit in different placements. And if they fit very well, if they fit okay, then you can move on with your ad and continue to create your ad, because you would have nailed the creative part of your ad already. So let's move on to next. next part of this, and where I'm going to try to see if there is anything I can optimize from the creative material. So optimization, I'm going to turn that on. All right, now I don't know how I got here. So I'm going to go back here to optimize and edit. Okay, so optimization, I'm going to turn it on. All right. So yes, standard enhancements on, image brightness on, music on. All right. So this means my ad is enhanced, my image is bright in contrast, and there will be music playing on the background when people are seeing this ad, depending on what the type of music the person that is seeing the ad likes. All right. So Facebook has a way of saving what people want to them. So they're going to do it with this ad, and I'm giving them the go ahead to do it. So I'm just going to save because I like this already. So I'm going to save for the sake of the ad. If this could actually be better, but because we're doing a tutorial, I'm not going to spend time trying to get the creative on point. I'm just going to move on so you get the whole point of how to create an ad to send traffic to your website. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll down into my primary text, and then I want to write my message. So I might write something, since this is the digital marketing training, I'm going to sign enroll. Okay, I think this is back. This is usually slow. I'm not really sure what's happening. I think that's something Facebook team has to work on. And all right, so enroll for the next cohort of enroll for the next cohort in our digital marketing training program. All right, so the message can be anything, just usually something that can actually connect with your target audience. I'm not going to spend my time on this. I know you probably have the message you want to use for your ad, so you probably have to get that right before you even come to set up your ads. All right, so I'm going to leave my primary text at this. So I can, if I have more than one primary text, I want to try to know which one is better. I can actually give Facebook the option to run several primary text. I can add text option, then I can just add up to five different text option to see which one is better. And Facebook will we rotate these messages around my target audience, and we only show the most effective one to the target audience, because everything is about optimizing for the highest number of conversions. So the next thing I want to check is my headline. So I want to check my headline. My headline should be what people, it's the most important part of your ad actually, because it's that word, is that the line of text that actually describe what your ad is all about. So I'm going to say get certified, become, now, all right, that's going to be different, become, okay, I think there's an error here, just going to quickly correct this. Okay, become become certified. I'm not sure why this is very slow. Certified digital marketer today. And part of the reason why I like this, on this other side, the ad preview session, you can actually see how your ad is going to look when people see your ad. So seeing this, I'm going to remove today. I'm just going to leave it at, I'm going to leave it at become a certified digital marketer, and I can decide to include in 2 weeks, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave it. This is not my best. and this is just for the sake of this tutorial so we can get this done. Another thing I like doing that a lot of advertisers don't really pay attention to is the description. You see, it's better you fill out all of these spaces so that Facebook have all the information they need to present your ad as effective as possible to your target audience. So you might want to write a description of what people will see on the page when they click this ad. So it might be learn how to grow a business online with digital marketing strategies. All right. This is just for an example, just to show. All right. So I'm going to leave this at that. So next thing I want to check out is my call to action. So I want people, I need something to pull people away from Facebook to to my website. So I have a couple of options: get offer, get access. But I think learn more resonate more to what I'm doing based on the objective of my campaign. And then the next thing I want to do is to send the URL from send people to a URL to a destination. So I'm going to need to specify where using the URL. So I can either go with an instant experience. I don't think that would be necessary for my target audience, given the fact that the services I'm trying to sell. I'm selling training, so I want people to actually go on the website to be able to see what we've done so far. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to ignore instant experience and I'm going to go for website, send people to your website. So I'm going to type in my website URL, and it's HTTP. Okay, it doesn't allow that. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm just going to enter the URL www.alphageeksdigital.com. Let's see if this is good. Okay, this is for W. Okay, not so good. That's an error. All right, so the dashboard is slow. So, all right, you might want to take your time when you're doing this. If you having this moment when the whole thing is slowing and is crashing, take your time to make sure you don't make any blunder with your ads. So next thing I'm going to do is the language. I'm just going to leave this at what it is. It doesn't really have any impact on my campaign at this point, but in some cases it might. But given the location I'm targeting and everything is in English, so I don't think I would need that. So another thing you want to check is your tracking. If you already have the Pixel installed on your website, you can simply check website events. So I haven't done that, but I can also check it. But it's not going to mean anything because there's nothing to actually check. It's showing red. That this means it's not active. All right. So might as well uncheck it because it's useless at this point. So I'm going to create a video on how you can set up your pixel with Facebook ads, and then I'm going to post it, and you probably get a notification. Please subscribe to my channel. You'll be getting a whole lot more resources on how to sell online and how to generate leads, basically anything digital marketing. So now I've seen this, my ad looks good, and there's one way I want to check my ad to see how it looks. I'm going to scroll up to this ad preview section of this page, and I'm going to go to advanced preview. So this is going to show me how my ad is going to look across all of these Facebook placements before I decide to launch my ads. All right. All right. So now this is how my ad is going to look on Facebook newsfeed. I think this is not bad. And this is how it's going to look on Instagram feed, marketplace. Yeah. So basically what you have to do here is to see how your ad looks across these placements to see if anything is any of your content is cutting out and if you can replace it with a better one. This should be done just before you launch your ad. You want to take your time to check if there is anything you need to improve or if there's any error you've done while you're trying to create your ad. So with what I'm seeing right now, I think this is good enough. So I'm going to proceed to launching my ad. So with this, I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to hit the publish button and wait for it to publish. This is not going to publish because this ad account is not funded, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to turn it off right away after publishing it. So here, so I'm going to just wait for my ad to publish, and 1 out of 3 has published. I'm going to wait for a few minutes. All right, now my ad has been published. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for this page to load up, and then I'm going to cancel this. Yeah, then I'm going to go back and uncheck all the campaigns. Uncheck. And what I like to do is I like to update my dashboard so that it shows the current status of all the ads that are running or that are not running. So as you can see, this is the campaign we just created, and it's showing no ads. I think this is not true. This is because I probably have to refresh this page. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to click refresh. Waiting for this to load up. Wait. Okay, seems like we are, yes. So the ad is loaded up and it's still showing no ads. I wonder why it's showing that. Uh, there's actually ads here. Okay, I think the reason why this is not showing is because this ad account is not funded, but we've done everything we need to do. And I'm just going to check on the ad to see if that ad is there in the ad level, which I'm very sure it is. All right, so we have our ad and it's showing delivery is processing. So it's not going to be delivered yet. It has to go through processing and then reviewing, and then it's going to be activated. So yeah, here you have it. This is how you create a Facebook ad to send traffic to your website. And if you do this right, you generate a lot of income for your business while boosting your brand online. So I'm going to exit here, and this is where we're going to wrap this tutorial. If you find this tutorial helpful, please do not forget to subscribe and leave a like, because this really help our channel, and we're going to be pushing more content that are going to be helpful to every body that comes on this channel. So thank you very much for your time. It's really nice to explain these things to you, and go out there and smash your dream and get this all right.